Sanae Takaichi has been elected as Japan's first ever female prime minister, a landmark moment for the country that ranks 118th out of 148 nations on the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report. That's the lowest among G7 countries. An admirer of Britain's Margaret Thatcher, Takaichi received 237 votes in the lower house election to choose the next leader, topping the majority of the 465-seat chamber. Her victory marks a pivotal moment for a country where men still hold overwhelming sway, but it is also likely to usher in a sharper move to the right on things like immigration and social issues. Takaichi is well known for her nationalistic views and her strong support for former Premier Shinzo Abe's Abenomics, economic stimulus policy. However, throughout her career, she has consistently maintained socially conservative positions. Critics cite her opposition to same-sex marriage and legal changes such as allowing married couples to have separate surnames, policies often seen as indicators of progress on gender equality in Japan. Opinion polls showed that Takaichi's stance on these issues make her more popular among men than women. Momoko Nojo is a gender equality campaigner and founder of No Youth No Japan, a non-profit that aims to boost young people's participation in politics. She questions Takaichi's commitment to changing Japan's gender status quo, expressing concerns about possible setbacks in gender equality policies.
When it comes to fundamentally changing the current reality, where many women must shoulder the burden of care while managing their lives, I think that will be difficult. I also question whether her ideology allows for it. I find it very limited, and I'm concerned that in terms of gender equality policy, there could be some steps backward.
Takaichi now joins Tokyo Governor Yuriko Koike as one of Japan's most prominent female leaders. However, women still hold just 18% of management positions in the capital city's government, underscoring the persistent gender gap in leadership roles. Despite the historic nature of Takaichi's election, gender equality was not a major issue in her campaign, which focused on inflation and law-breaking foreigners. Still, Takaichi has promised to include more women in her cabinet, similar to Nordic countries, where female ministers range from 36% in Denmark to 61% in Finland. Currently, only 10% of outgoing Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's cabinet are women. Nojo remains skeptical that Takaichi's leadership will bring immediate change.
In a society where people who find the status quo most comfortable hold power, change happens slowly. That's why I believe we actually need approaches like quota systems and administrative measures to influence decision-making. When it comes to whether Takaichi is considering such things, she is absolutely not. That's why we can't expect much, even if we get a female prime minister.
期待できないのはそういうところなのかなというふうに思います。